Let's face it, you've heard all about the iPhone 7 and how it's a boring update and you'd be crazy to get it and blah blah blah, right? But this is Apple, so how boring can it really be? I can tell you, looks aside, this thing is chock full of new tech. So if you're somehow still on the fence about whether you should upgrade, here's what you should know. First, about the iPhone 7 itself. It looks pretty much like the iPhone 6 and 6S, so if radical redesign is what you're after, this isn't the new iPhone for you. For that, you'll want to hold off until next year's model arrives. That said, there are a number of noteworthy changes in the iPhone 7. Some welcome, some not so much. The welcome changes include completely reworked internals, like the new A10 Fusion quad-core processor that actually allows you to squeeze out a bit more battery life. 2 hours more for the smaller iPhone 7, 1 hour more for the larger iPhone 7 Plus. The A10 has 2 cores that sip juice while you're doing mundane things like checking email. The other 2 kick in when you're doing something more intensive like editing video in iMovie. The iPhone 7 also has dual speakers for better sound, and a revamped display that gets brighter in direct sunlight than past models, and has 2 color gamuts, including a DCI P3 wide color gamut that's also used in 4K TVs. Colors really do pop. Be forewarned though, the new color gamut has led some owners to complain that their screen looks too yellow, at least compared to earlier iPhones. In fact, the white is actually closer to true white now. If you're a photography buff, you'll definitely want to consider the new dual lens camera on the 7 Plus. The regular iPhone 7 gets a 12 megapixel rear camera. The iPhone 7 Plus gets 2, and they now allow for real optical zoom, so you can get better close-up shots without adding any digital noise. And it really works as advertised, even in low-light situations. This is the same camera that allows you to take portraits with the bokeh effect. It blurs the background a bit to make your subject stand out even more. Apple has also changed the now iconic home button on the front of the display. It's now a haptic sensor that responds when you press down, but doesn't actually move. Believe it or not, it's not all unicorns and ponies with the iPhone 7. On the downside, if you really have a fondness for audio jacks, you'd better keep whatever iPhone you have now. And you should plan on never ever getting a new iPhone again, because the audio jack is gone for good. You now plug in headphones using the Lightning connector. Oh, and one more thing. The iPhone 7 and 7 Plus come in 2 new colors. Jet black is lickably gorgeous, and will have you fawning over it like a newborn baby, at least until it starts to show scratches and fingerprints. And it will show scratches and fingerprints. And matte black is pretty much just that, a charcoal finish without the sheen. So there you have it. The iPhone 7 is the best iPhone Apple has ever made, which they say every year, and it will remain so until September 2017. It's the best of both worlds. If you're ready to upgrade, you'll be pleased. If you want to wait, that next iPhone should be a real stunner.